Brooklyn Beckham speaks out and exposes Victoria Beckham and David Beckham's toxic behavior. We got to talk about this and more, but before we get into it, hello, best friend. Welcome back to my channel, girl. Listen, breaking news. Girl, really, bitch? Breaking news, honey. Listen. Brooklyn Beck, we've heard the rumors. We have spiced up our lives, and I'm telling you that we gotta stop right now. Thank you very much, cause girl, the tea is boiling. So listen, best friend, I need you. If you are at work, I need you to call out. I need you to go to the bathroom. If you have a kid, pop in a melatonin. Do whatever you need to do, girl, because this tea deserves your attention. If you are brand new, the whole vibe here is like we're on a FaceTime call. We're messy besties. We're keeping each other company. That's what my channel is all about. Keeping each other company and spilling tea in my very sparkly closet. So if you are willing and looking for a new messy bestie, subscribe. Okay, best friend. Now I gotta be very serious because, girl, this is serious. Check out what Brooklyn Beckham just said about his parents. Breaking news. Brooklyn Beckham just broke his silence on Victoria and David Beckham. Let's read this together. I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family. The performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into recently. If he fucks up the Spice Girls reunion tour, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed off. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. That was insensitive. I have seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth always comes out. My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour, despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. Weeks before our big day, my parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my name, which would have affected me, my wife, and our future children. They were adamant on me signing before the wedding date because then the terms of the deal would be initiated. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. During the wedding planning, my mom went so far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include my nanny Sandra and Nicola's nanny at our table because they both didn't have their husbands. Both of our parents had their own tables equally adjacent to ours. The night before our wedding, members of my family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. Since the moment I started standing up for myself with my family, I've received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media, before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere this last summer. My mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance, to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, wherein the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, and instead my mom was waiting to dance with me instead. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone, and I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life. We wanted to renew our vows so we could create new memories of our wedding day that bring us joy and happiness, not anxiety and embarrassment. My wife has been constantly disrespected by my family no matter how hard we've tried to come together as one. My mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in ways that were clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. Despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday, and we were rejected for a week as we waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. He refused all of our attempts, unless it was at his big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras at every corner. When he finally agreed to see me, I was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. It was a slap in the face later. When my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all. My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family. Love is decided by how much you post on social media or how quickly you drop everything to show up and post for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of our professional obligations. We've gone out of our way for years to show up and support at every fashion show, every party, and every press activity to show our perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA fires, my mom refused. Oh, Lord. The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I have been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with the overwhelming anxiety. For the first time in my life, since stepping away from my family, that anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful for the life I chose, and I have found peace and relief. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family. Ooh, best friend, I was not ready for that, girl. What in the spice up your life is going on here? Hi, Malcolm. I'm Victoria. I don't know what to tell you, girl. What is gonna go? I don't know what's gonna happen, bitch. I have no idea what's gonna go. What, girl? Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, Oprah, exorcism. Something needs to happen, bitch. What is going on? Okay, let's figure this out for a second, okay? I don't know. I really don't know. For a very long time, we heard the rumors, right? We heard the rumors that supposedly something happened at the wedding. Do you guys remember this? The rumor was that allegedly Nicola last minute didn't want to wear one of Victoria Beckham's dresses. We talked about this. And that Victoria Beckham was super heartbroken over this, and how allegedly Brooklyn Beckham always decided to take Nicola's side, and a lot of family drama between the families and all these things. And now he's saying all these crazy things. Now listen, this is very much keeping up appearances, okay? I will say, you guys know me, I love the Spice Girls. I love Victoria Beckham. She is my favorite Spice Girl. It is very, very difficult to hear these things because, when you love a celebrity and you've loved them for, since you can remember, it's hard to think of these things, the dance, like, girl, what? Allegedly, you get up on the first dance and you start dancing with your son? What is going on there, girl? Now, I know a lot of families do this whole keeping up appearances type act, right? And it's very, very normal. I mean, if you grew up in a Latino household, you know that the dirty laundry you must wash at home, okay? And that outside you are the picture perfect family. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, right? I really, truly wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, because with Victoria, you could see in her that she loves to always seem like there is perfection there. But I also have to say there's something about Nicola. And I will tell you why there's something about Nicola. There's something about Nicola because of Selena Gomez that always struck with me, okay? I remember doing a story. Selena Gomez and Nicola Peltz not friends anymore. We got to talk about this, girl. I'm reporting live from the Palace of Versailles here in Paris. You guys, we got to talk and spill some tea. My group is taking a little break, so we are going to use this time to spill some tea, because you guys know I'm all about sightseeing and spilling the tea. But listen, there's a new article that is going around that is basically saying that Selena Gomez and Nicola Peltz are not friends anymore because allegedly Selena Gomez was tired of Nicola Peltz's hungry ways. It says here that there were many tense moments, for example, during dinners and lunches, where Nicola would try to sit where photographers could get the best angle. Also saying that Nicola was allegedly not very nice to Selena Gomez, saying she wasn't very nice to Selena if people weren't paying enough attention to her. Girl, what? Who does this girl think she is? Not being nice to Selena. It also goes on by saying that she just could not continue to be involved in the drama with Nicola and the Beckhams, even though Selena Gomez was always there, giving her like a support and love when she was going through all the drama with the Beckhams, and that Selena was just like, I'm done with it. But the article also says that last year, Selena noticed Nicola's behavior toward her and Benny Blanco, and it was turned into a constant quest for attention. So I've been seeing a lot of comments basically saying like, oh my God, Selena can't hold down a friendship. No, boo-boo. It's called growth. It's called when you get to a certain point in your life, you're going to have to let it go, because you don't want certain people in your life anymore. If they are not adding to your life, then goodbye. If they're subtracting from your life, then goodbye, okay? If they're not bringing anything positive into your life, you know what you got to say? Bye, bye, bye. Anyways, girl, what do we guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Love you guys so much for watching. And let me know another tea spiller who takes you around the world and spills tea, okay? So follow me for that, girl, okay? And this is the Palace of Versailles. Yes. It always struck with me, right? And then I'm seeing that, Brooklyn steps away from his family. Now, I'm sure no family is perfect. I'm sure that there is so much that needs to be healed. But the fact that he said, I have no desire to ever reconcile with my family, that must be so hurtful. And I've always said this to you guys, when you find someone crossing your boundaries, disrespecting you, not allowing you to to be you, and always have to put you down, or to cross your boundaries and not respect you, you got to let them out of your life. And that's including family, right? That's including toxic parents, toxic siblings, toxic friends, workplace relationships, whatever it is. The healthiest thing for you to do when someone is not respecting you is walk away. So I am like just ready for Victoria and Beckham to speak out. I think that if they were smart, they would, obviously, there's a lot of things that was said, that Brooklyn said, that are very damaging and very damaging to their reputation of being picture perfect. But if I were Victoria and I were David, my priority would be my son, right? And my priority would be try and see how I can fix things with my son, and let them know that I'm willing to change, or I'm willing to get therapy with them, or I'm willing to leave a door open to listen to them and to really meet them halfway. If I were them, I would send a message like that. I know we haven't had very, very good times lately. I know that there has been a lot of disrespect from both ends. I want to apologize for my part, and I want to let you know that the door to healing is open, starting with me. I would love to hear from you, take accountability for what you feel, and also let you know how I feel. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like acknowledging and taking accountability of your actions, but also like, hearing them, and also letting them know how you feel, right? So I don't know what in the Dr. Phil needs to happen, honey, but this is crazy. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all, girl. I fear that now we really are not going to get that damn Spice Girl reunion, honey. I know. Like, listen, you guys know I'm joking, but I mean, in a way, because I really wanted that fucking reunion. And Victoria was like already this about joining, and she was almost joining, and then this happens. But family's first, and I think that they need a lot of healing. But there's something about that Nicola girl that I just can't put my finger on. And I don't know what it is. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you all. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on any tea. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah.